How y'all doing, huh? Y'all still up on the soggy Sunday with baby cuz? Bouncing. You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who is it? It's your partner, man. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing? Soggy Sunday. What's good, people like hee hee ha ha? You know what I'm talking about? Ken in the pen. You know what I'm talking about? Little easy. You know what I'm talking about? All my folks incarcerated, bruh. All my folks on the bottom of the game. All my folks on top of it. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Early in the morning. You know what I'm talking about? Swaying that finger, young man. Worldwide. You know what I'm talking about? Indugu. Fresh. You know what I'm talking about? Mike. You know what I'm talking about? Lil Rue. Not Lil Rue, Lil Rue. Tata the player. That's who comes next. You know what I'm talking about? Same thing. You know what I'm talking about? All my folks on the bottom of the game, all my folks on top of it, man. Keep your head up, keep pushing, man. We gonna get through it to get to it if you know what I'm talking about. Man, let's get these disclaimers out the way, you know what I'm talking about? Now, a good brother like me, I don't promote no drug usage. No, I don't. A good brother like me, I don't promote no drug sellage, man. No, I don't. A good brother like me, I don't promote no crime. I don't promote no violence, you know what I'm talking about? I definitely don't promote no domestic violence, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Don't, you know what I'm talking about? Promote, you know what I'm talking about? No, you know what I'm talking about? Negativity, you know what I'm talking about? Me, I don't promote nothing, you know what I'm talking about? But do what you gonna do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with it. We don't know how much we got, people. You know what I'm talking about? Now me, no, hold on, I got ahead of myself again. Second day in a row, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't got no problems with nobody, man. You know what I'm talking about? I love everybody. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest. You know what I'm talking about? To bring that peace. You know what I'm talking about? That joy. You know what I'm talking about? That love. Back to the YouTube community. Now, is you with me? Come on and fuck with your partner, man. How y'all doing out there, man? You know what I'm talking about? Bruh be getting ahead of itself sometimes. Excuse me. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all feeling this soggy Sunday? After this one, I'm probably gonna come with them stories. You know what I'm talking about? And don't worry about nothing. Man, let me pull this shit a little closer, man. Seems like I'm reaching hella for it, don't it? But look, man, we gonna call this one the brainwashing part 2. You know what I mean? Now look, like I tell y'all, man. Like, I'm not trying to tell y'all nothing. I'm not trying to give you no advice. I'm not telling you, don't do this. I'm not telling you, don't listen to these people. You shouldn't do that. I don't know what you should do, bro. You know what I'm talking about? What you should do is find the best thing for you to do, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what the best thing for you to do is. You know what I'm talking about? I don't. So, but the brainwasher, man, we got to stop, man, because it's like, they can put the brainwashing so far on you, the next thing you know, you turn around, you the police. You know what I'm talking about? Stuff like that. Look, bro, gotta brush his hat. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all ever brushed y'all hat on camera? Y'all see? There we go. But listen, man. Have you ever heard somebody say something like this, man? Like, man, a civilian, you know what I'm talking about? Like, the civilian got the right to tell. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man, that they've been telling us since I was a little kid. You know what I'm talking about? When I was little, old people used to tell me, mind your goddamn business. You know what I'm talking about? Whoever told y'all this, if you mind your business, you will live longer. Y'all remember when the old people used to be floating that one around? You know what I'm talking about? That's all you really gotta do is mind your business. And you know what I'm talking about? You live longer. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't gotta be looking at everything else. We ain't gotta talk about what everybody else doing. You know what I'm talking about? What you feel somebody should have did or what you feel somebody should have said. You know what I'm talking about? That they didn't. You know what I'm talking about? They did what they did. They said what they said. You know what I'm talking about? They got the right to do that. If you know what I'm talking about. So I'm just saying, man, we got to look out for the brainwasher, man, because that shit's to set up like this, man. That's what this shit, that shit right there, this is what it falls into, y'all, if you don't know already, right? The civilians got the right to tell them all that shit, right? So what happens is when you get about 30, 40 years, 20, 10, you know what I'm talking about, maybe 5 years about the game, and you start feeling like you a civilian and you ain't part of the game no more, then you can go start going down there and sharing information, you know what I'm talking about, talk about what you seen, you know what I'm talking about, talking about what you heard, you know what I'm talking about, hang out them people's face talking about what you saw. Because it's not my responsibility to know nothing. You know what I'm talking about? It's not my responsibility to tell you nothing. You know what I'm talking about? It's just not my responsibility to divulge information and shit, bro. It's like, it's none of my business. You know what I'm talking about? So we just gotta stop. It's just the brainwashing, man. You know what I'm talking about? I don't even know where the words be coming from or who even started. You remember the old school age game and they used to do the wave? That's what they doing. They'll throw a word out there and everybody catch on to that motherfucker and start doing the wave with it. You know what I'm talking about? That shit ain't no good game, bruh. We need to stop saying that shit and just mind our business. You know what I'm talking about? Because I grew up, bruh. I ain't never heard that shit before in my life. I'm 44 years old, bruh. When I was growing up, with nobody talking about you got the right to say nothing because you ain't in the game. It's just mind your business, bruh. Y'all know how the game is, bruh. That's just the way the game is. You feel me? Now it's a rationalization for everything, bruh. Like, you just can't rationalize everything, bruh. You just can't. You know what I'm talking about? That shit don't make no sense. It just don't. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm just talking about the brainwashing part two, man. You know what I'm talking about? Because I don't know how these words getting in the universe, but everybody just catching on shit. They done started a war between the niggas and the brawl. You know what I'm talking about? Have y'all ever been in a car with a nigga? I'm talking about in the real world, and this nigga blurt out his mouth saying some shit like, I'm only attracted to females that like alpha males and shit like that. You look at the nigga like, you don't get your ass up out of here with that YouTube verbiage, nigga. We in the real world, bro. We ain't on one of these niggas shows or something, bro. Where the fuck you get that from? Bro, I'm just saying, bro, they ain't started, man. It's just common sense, bro. You go on and you get up with somebody that dig you and you dig them, man. It's just that simple. I don't know why they making it so hard, man. But you ever did, man, y'all stop doing that shit, man. Goddamn nerve, man. That shit crazy as hell, bruh. Just be aware, y'all, man. You ain't got to do everything everybody doing, man. I know y'all probably be like, man, what the fuck, bruh, talking about? But when bruh go out here, man, you see, because I don't bother people, man. I just go out in the real world and handle my business, come back home, man. Might talk to y'all for a few minutes, you know what I'm talking about? But I'll just be trying to mind my own business, bro. When you out in the world, that shit just coming, you just see it, man. Nigga in the car, man, said, I only like a female that's attracted to alpha males, bro. Like, where'd you hear that from, bro? Damn, you said that shit out loud, nigga, with other people around? Come on, bro. So y'all just do what y'all want to, man. Like I said, I ain't telling y'all what not to do or how you sound, man, whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm talking about? But you just got to be careful in the information you retain and the shit you do, bro. Because, like, despite what they say, after all this shit is over, bro, you're responsible for your own decisions, bro. You feel me? So if you follow some goofy shit for hella years and you let this shit get a hold of you for hella years, bro, and then that shit just over with and you just left looking goofy and now you stuck with all this shit you've been following, it might not work for you. It might, I don't know, bro. I'm just telling you the brainwashing out there, man. You know what I'm talking about? And if y'all didn't know, I'm only attracted to females that's attracted to alpha males.